I think that certainly had they attended the talks, it would be more difficult for the president now to present this as a compromise. If they'd attended the talks might still be ongoing, the talks might have ended in failure, but it would not have been possible for the president to come out or to have somebody come out and say that this is now the agreement of the president and the political and social forces in Egypt. And so I think, yes, by boycotting, the opposition did make a tactical error.
There's been the suggestion, Tarek, that, you know, the target of some in the Egyptian opposition is not the constitution nor the presidential decree, but Mohamed Morsi himself. What's your thought on this? Do you think the aim ultimately is to unseat Morsi?
I think certainly, Foley, for a segment of the opposition to the president, they very much view themselves as being in a revolutionary mode, and they will not be satisfied with anything short of the unseating of the president. But it's important to note, Foley, that that is not the demand of the National Salvation Front being fronted by Mohamed al-Baradei. They were very clear on their demands, and they fall short of asking for the president's resignation or anything like that. I would also say, Foley, that it's not just opposition to the president. A lot of this opposition really is to the Muslim Brotherhood. It began maybe with opposition to the Constitutional Declaration, then to the substance of the Constitution. But now really what we're seeing is opposition to the way that people feel the Muslim Brotherhood has monopolized the transition period.
Just one last question, Tarek. You know, it would appear that all this instability and you know, the inability of the different factions in reaching a solution to this crisis is beginning to irritate the Egyptian military. We heard from them earlier. What do you think their role is going to be if nothing is unresolved in the next few days?
It's difficult to know, Foley. I think that if the street protest continued and we had a continuation of some of the quite distressing violence that we've had in the past few days, particularly in front of the presidential palace, then we could see the military stepping in, and already we've seen that there may be a move towards allowing the military some extraordinary arrest powers. One thing I want to note, though, Foley, is remember now the Egyptians who are going to go and vote in the constitutional referendum on December 15th, the choice before them is a little bit different than it was before. It's not just voting up or down the Constitution. If they vote down the Constitution, then they are going to, what they are choosing is to have a new election for a new constituent assembly. And I think that a lot in the opposition worry about that because they think if we have new elections for a new constituent assembly, guess who's going to dominate those too? The Muslim Brotherhood.
All right.